We got the Neil Armstrong, by the way, officially.
Oh, Neil.
We were doing that, too, here during this break. So here's this.
Neil Armstrong, the first man to walk on the moon, becoming a hero to generations, has died. His family says he died following complications resulting from cardiovascular procedures. Armstrong commanded the Apollo 11 spacecraft that landed on the moon July 20th, 1969.
Oh, shit.
He then radioed back to Earth, where he stated his now famous line.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
He and fellow astronaut Edwin Buzz Aldrin spent nearly 3 hours walking on the moon.
What about Michael Collins, bitch?
Look at Michael Collins.
Well, fucking Michael Collins on the other side of the fucking moon, bitch. Michael Collins is zipping around the moon alone while those two are frolicking.
He's jacking off up there.
Fuck
a nice
them.
Space jack.
Yeah, they had it easy, just hanging out on the moon, gallivanting, playing golf, futzing around, while Michael Collins had to fly behind the moon. No one knew what was back there.
Yeah,
who
what
knows?
the hell?
There could have just
Monsters.
been fucking ship-eating monsters back there. There could have just been a giant snake head sticking out, eating spaceships.
No one knew.
Can you imagine he saw that, but he just knows he can't tell anyone?
Yeah, no one would believe him.
will believe him.
Yeah, if he looked down, he saw nightclub lights, but he's like, I can't. No one will fucking buy this shit.
I know. And I don't have a camera. Fuck. They have all the cameras.
He's the most isolated man in history. Was Michael Collins, because when he was on the other side of the moon, he was cut off from all communications, and there was no...
How fucked up is that? Wrap your head around that.
Farther from any human being than a human has ever been.
Yeah, he was.
But no one talks about Michael Collins.
No, they don't. It's always Neil and Buzz.
So he's been further than anyone.
Even though they were the first two on the moon, without them, no one getting home. Imagine if he just left them there. If he just said, fuck them.
Oh, man.
That's what you get for being first, and then just hung a left. I'm going to hang a Louis.
Hang a left.
That's
great.
What was the name of that fucking ship coming back?
Oh,
Tranquility?
Aquarius.
Tranquility? Yeah, Aquarius, whatever it was.
Yeah.
You're off course. I'm coming home.
Oh, Aquarius was that was 13.
Or imagine he's passive aggressive. They have
Eagle.
they have a fight, and he's like, "No, I'm not picking you up. I'm not picking you up until we solve this issue."
How about an apology?
Yeah.
Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, I bet you they've never been nicer to anybody than they were to Michael Collins.
Oh yeah.
Right before he dropped them off. See you soon, buddy.
Right. We'll see you soon.
Dinner's on me.
That's just fucked up.
It really is amazing that
And no one knew it, that it was going to work.
That's just
they had a pretty,
amazing. There's
they
no
had a pretty
dead
good
guys.
idea that it was going to work, but
no dead guys on the moon.
You don't know for sure. Ooh.
That's weird.
I wish he would have messed his quote up. It's one small step for man. Which is surprising because these boots are so dang heavy.
In quotes and on a plaque, so dang heavy. It's weird.
One small step for man, although it would probably be bigger if I had longer legs. I've got webbed toes.
They have to put it on the plaque.
They have to put it on the plaque.
That's hilarious.
One small... Oh, my bag is stuck to my leg.
Oh, my bag is stuck to my leg. These words will echo through history.
One small step for a motherfucker. One giant leap for a bunch of motherfuckers. Why is he talking like that? Why is he
Walking
cursing?
on the moon, collecting samples and conducting experiments. Back on Earth, the former Navy fighter pilot never allowed himself to be caught up in the celebrity and glamour of the space program, calling himself a White Sox pocket protector nerdy engineer. Neil Armstrong was 82 years old.
So he was a true nerd, huh?
Yeah, total nerd engineer guy.
Not much of
Loved
a personality?
Figuring and calculating.
Because he didn't do many interviews, did he?
No, he wasn't. He wasn't big on that shit. He was just a nerd. He loved figuring things out. He was a very cool guy.
And he was a private person?
Because
you didn't really hear about Neil Armstrong much.
You know why he didn't do interviews? Because he had a weird nervous tick.
Yeah.
It was embarrassing. They would ask him, what was the moon like? He would say, we were on our way down, and we just, Buzz and I felt that it was, Buzz and I were, we weren't exactly sure what to expect, but we knew that the entire, Buzz always takes over.
That is embarrassing.
Yeah.
Buzz, why don't you take it?
That's why he said one small step for, yeah. He wanted to say something else.
He had Tourette's.
They got pictures of the Apollo, Apollo 11 landing site, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, we talked about this a couple
it's
weeks
pretty
ago.
goddamn
They were
cool.
able to get pictures of what?
That's pretty good. The landing site
The
and
landing site.
the base of the lunar module. And, that's pretty fucking
Everything's
cool.
there.
Yeah.
That would be a pretty cool poster to have on the wall.
Man. All that shit's just there for the taking. Imagine what that would get if you brought it back.
Wow.
But, it's kind of
You
hard to bring
couldn't
it back.
sell it.
You want to pawn it or sell it?
Why couldn't you sell
this is
it?
a landing strut from the original Apollo 11 lunar module platform. Not many people are collecting these things. I'm going to have to, get it restored. It's going to sit in my shop for a long time. I'll give you $100. Well, I had some Apollo 11 stuff and I sold it. I feel pretty good. I'm going to go out to dinner with my wife. Every episode.
Do you know it'd be great if another country like the Chinese sent up a ship and
I just took our shit.
no, but they just decided to land in the same spot and they videotape themselves just karate kicking the flag over and like kicking dust on all the footprints and then they dumped out like these plastic baggies of stuff and they're like it appears that the Chinese are dumping duty on the original landing spot. They've kicked over and now they are dumping bags and bags of duty on the spot.
If you were a powerful nation, why wouldn't you do that?
Yeah, just to be
just go up there and just fuck shit up. That's your whole
That would
goal.
really. I don't think that would get a very good ovation.
Yeah, and they
from,
and they're
be
just
hilarious.
doing like horrible shake their hiney dances at the camera. Just ridiculous, just desecrating the place.
pissing on it somehow without their dick freezing off.
Or they're just dumping tinkle, like blocks of tinkle.
Blocks.
They're throwing duty and blocks of tinkle all over the old landing site.
That would be hilarious. Hey, we got Nixon calling Neil Armstrong.
Hello.
And as far as technology goes, I just thought this was really strange because there's Nixon on just an old school phone calling the moon.
Do you need a battery? Do you need a battery? Well, your motherfucking batteries fell out.
Nah, those
We officially don't have interns right now, right?
I don't think it works.
We're intern free for a little while.
I think I need a new one.
Huh?
Yeah, you dropped the megaphone.
I know.
We got one?
No, I think it's just for a day.
Oh, for a day. Nice.
Where's puppet hair?
Which one was puppet hair?
Glorified intern
Oh,
Sal.
Sal, right. Yeah. So here's Nixon talking to Neil Armstrong.
Hello.
Is in his office now and would like to say a few words to you. Over.
He's thinking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't really like his policies, but
Could he
I guess
call
we
back?
got to do this.
Could he call back? I'm dropping a deuce. Right. And it's really hard. I have my hiney pressed up against the wall and a bag over my spine, and my duty is floating up into the bag. Can you tell President Nixon I'll get with him in a second? I'm shooting a deuce in the sky, as we like to say.
Did Nixon get a lot of credit for this, even though it was pretty much Kennedy's vision?
Nah, I don't think so. I think whatever president's in office at the time, gets kind of a little rah-rah
little
thing going,
bump.
but nah.
Well, it was Lyndon Johnson, wasn't it?
LBJ was
LBJ
big.
set it in motion.
Kennedy kind of started the whole dream of the whole thing, and then LBJ's administration got it going, and then
Then why do we always talk about Kennedy? When it was
'cause he's the
LBJ
one.
that got it done, actually.
in this decade, we will go to the moon and do those other things like fuck Marilyn Monroe,
And
Yes.
Mimi Beardsley.
Mimi Beardsley.
We will do all of these things, and I will lose my hat in November. I'm going to wear a Stetson, and it's going to be shot off.
The top of my head blew off like the lunar module leaving the moon.
Yes. Governor Connolly will hold his hat miraculously. We're going to go to the moon. And this blabbermouth junkie is going to overdose. Bobby and I put her on the spit and spun her around while Joe served Mr. Coffee.
Is in his office now and would like to say a few words to you. Over. That would be an honor.
Wow.
Go ahead, Mr. President. This is Houston out.
Hello, Neil and Buzz. I'm talking to you by telephone from the Oval Room at the White House. And this certainly has to be the most historic telephone call ever made from the White House.
How about ever?
I just can't tell you how proud we all are of what you have done.
Hold on.
For every
Hey, motherfucker, it's Michael. Why don't you say hi to me, too? I'm the motherfucking zipping around everywhere. He just jumps in.
Collins just gets all upset.
Why the fuck you? Yeah, Neil, Buzz, Neil. I should leave the motherfuckers.
You think he's listening in on
Yes!
this? Going, what the
What about
fuck?
me,
What about
Tricky?
me?
I'm a piece of shit up here.
Right.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
You couldn't hear that? Yeah. What about chopped liver? If you listen real close, you can hear it.
Down, chopped liver.
What about chopped liver?
Fucking accent.
What?
I gotta pick these fucking guys up. What about me?
Yeah, you hear Neil going, yeah, and Buzz and I, and in the back, and me.
Oh, yeah.
And me.
Say hi to the bus driver.
All are of what you have done. For every American, this has to be the proudest day of our lives. And for people all over the world, I am sure that they too join with Americans in recognition of what you have done. Feat this is. Because of what you have done, the heavens have become a part of man's world.
Oh, boy.
And as you talk to us from the sea of tranquility, it inspires us to redouble our efforts to bring peace and tranquility to earth.
By bombing
For
Cambodia.
one priceless moment.
Oops. Oops.
Yes.
Take him 2 clicks up the Nung River. I did a better Nixon. Oh, for Pete's sake.
Oh, if anyone does Nixon, it's easy.
Yeah, we kind of know what happened after this.
Yes.
Huh, Mr. President?
Yeah, maybe
Oops.
Checkers is going to go barking up there or something.
Ah, that's a good one. Not really. Hey.
For one priceless moment
Oh, boy.
in the whole history of man, all the people on this earth are truly one.
Right.
One in their pride in what you have done,
Long-winded.
and one in our prayers that you will return safely to earth.
I think he's trying to come up with a soundbite.
Yeah. He's
'Cause
like
he's
throwing
like,
a bunch of
fuck.
shit against the wall, seeing what sticks.
It's like, fuck, Neil just came up with something good. I got to come up with something just as good here.
Yeah, and he's not.
grasping the heavens.
But he's not. It's like, how about a conversation? He keeps just
It's a
missing it.
statement.
Thank God that you've zoomed up there in the clouds. No, that's no good.
In the heavens.
Hey.
Try heavens. Try heavens.
You've made all of us peoples feel goodly.
As a nation and as a planet, you rule.
We hope you're having fun zipping up around there on the moon while Jews and spooks ruin things down here for the rest of us.
It's my pleasure to know there are no Negroes up there right now. The white man holds the high ground. You aren't a Jew, are you? What about Collins? That sounds Jewish. Don't let him land.
He'll try to claim it for himself like they did in Palestine.
Henry, these are your people. Make sure the Jew doesn't land. They're a little more tricky.
And one in our prayers that you will return safely to earth.
Right. Heard you.
Oh, so. What was that? I wasn't listening.
Thank you, Mr. President. It's a great honor, and not only the United States, representing not only the United States, but men of peace of all nations, and with interest and a curiosity.
A lot of Iggers up. Yeah. Great. Ooze. What was that?
I like this boy.
And with interest and a curiosity and with a vision for the future. Honor for us to be able to participate here today.
And thank you very much, and I look forward, all of us look forward to seeing you on the Hornet on Thursday.
Look forward to that very much, sir.
Goodbye. Was this recording?
Was that Buzz at the end?
Yeah, I think Buzz
Yeah.
was like got a few words in.
Because he's probably sitting there like, can I say
Give me
something
the
to the
phone. I
president?
want to talk to Grandpa.
No, you heard in the back, you heard, I'm not signing that. Fucking cranky asshole Buzz is.
Buzz.
Frankie.
Neil must have asked him for an autograph. It's the only two up there. No, get out of here. I'll punch you in the face.
I didn't write it. I'm not signing it. Fucking the president. I don't want to sign it. But it's for, it's for my kid. We're on the move. I'm not signing it.
Buzz is cranky.
How could you be cranky if you walked on the moon?
He probably
Wouldn't
was
that
tired.
take you through your days?
Wants
Your
to-
remaining days?
Wants to get home.
Yeah, he's
Long
had enough.
drive.
He's probably had enough of talking about that already.
Oh.
So you walked down the moon. Did I?
They said, Neil Armstrong wasn't really too cool about talking about it because it's how many times could you answer, how was it to walk on the moon, you know?
Yeah, I would have asked him a better
Awesome.
question.
Yeah?
Did you get a rod up there? Did you when you would get an erection, would it slowly swell or would it just doink out and smash the front of your spaceman costume?
Spaceman costume.
You ever have an itch in your asshole in that outfit? Quickly, Neil.
Comment.
Neil, comment, Neil.
Yeah, what would
Imagine
you do
if you had swamp ass in that thing.
What was just the bottom of your foot itch? Is that why you guys were jumping around like that?
You had itchy foot, you think?
So, Neil, did you know you look like a couple of retards bouncing around in those stupid uniforms, waving like tards? Fucking.
Has Buzz said anything about the passing of Neil Armstrong?
I haven't heard any
Yeah, he
Buzz
just
comments.
tweeted LOL.
Good. I bet Buzz was pissed he wasn't first. Walk out there.